In the previous video, we had talked about business organizations. Now, in the earlier video, I had told you about sole proprietorship business organization, or we call it sole trader. Sole means one trader, one person who is doing business on his own. Now, this is the most simplest and the oldest form of business organization. Here, one person is bringing capital, he is buying goods, he is selling goods, he is undertaking all the risks. Whatever management has to be done, that is done by one person. That type of business is known as a sole trader business or sole proprietorship business. Now, if you look at the meaning, the sole proprietorship or sole trader, you can say, refers to a person who owns the business and is personally responsible for its debts and liabilities. If you look at the characteristics of sole trader business, first characteristic is single owner. There is one owner of the business. So, as I told you, sole proprietorship business means one owner is there. He is bringing capital. Either he has capital of his own or he borrows capital from somewhere and he does the business. And whatever profits accrue, that is taken by him. So, we have one single owner of this type of business. Next is free from legal formalities. Now, to set up a sole trader business, it does not involve so many legal formalities. If the business is such that it is not illegal, if it is a legal business, then anybody can set up a sole proprietorship business. So, it is free from legal formalities. But if the particular type of business which the sole trader is going to conduct requires a license, or then he has to obtain that license. For example, say a sole trader wants to open your medicine shop, a pharmacist. So for that a license is required. Anybody and everybody cannot open a medicine shop. Similarly, if you want to open a hotel where you are serving your edible items to people, you require a license from the health and sanitation department for it. So, barring these, as such, nobody is restricted to start a type of business. So, therefore, we say it is free from legal formalities. Then, unlimited liability. Unlimited liability means that the sole trader is responsible for all the debts of the business. And if he has debts, then first of all, his assets of his business will be sold to pay the debts. And if then also it is not possible to pay the debts, then his personal assets can also be taken to pay the debts. That is why we say that a sole trader business has unlimited liability. That means his liability is not only up to the assets of the business, but his liability is up to the total assets that he owns. He has to sell maybe his own house, he has to sell maybe his own car, and whatever assets he has to pay the liabilities. Then sole management. The management of this type of business organizations is done by the sole trader himself. He does not take the help from anybody else. He is the one who manages everything. He is the one who decides everything. That means he is the only decision maker. So that is why we say that sole management is there. Management is done by one person. Then secrecy of information. Now, since a sole trader business is run by a single person, so therefore he can maintain secrecy. And this is particularly very important where secrecy of certain things are important for the success of the business. For example, a hotel. A particular hotel may be very successful because of the recipe or the ingredients that they use. So they try to maintain secrecy of their your ingredients. Similarly, you look at the, like for example, certain your creams that people use, face creams. There the company tries to maintain the secrecy of the ingredients that they use. Sometimes due to the secrecy, other competitors cannot copy that for particular formula. So secrecy of information can be achieved or can be maintained in a sole proprietorship business. Then capital. Now capital of a sole proprietorship business cannot be huge. It will be limited capital because one single person, he has to accumulate the capital, and he, at the maximum whatever amount he actually has, that can be taken as capital, or at the most he can borrow some money from some other people, but capital cannot be on a huge scale. Then continuity. Continuity means how long will the business be carried on. Now in sole proprietorship business, this is a very big disadvantage, that once the sole proprietor dies or he meets with an accident where he is physically incapable of performing his duties, then the business comes to an end. It can be due to the death of the person, or it may be due to the physical incapability of the person, that the business has to come to a stop. So continuity of a sole proprietorship business will be only for that period of time for which the sole proprietor is able to run the business. Now, what are the objectives of sole proprietorship business? If you look at the objectives, to run a business on a small scale with low investment, that is one objective. To undertake those lines of business which require personal skill and attention, like for example a beauty parlor. In a beauty parlor or a saloon, personal attention and personal skill are required. So these type of businesses are undertaken by sole proprietorship businesses. Then to set up a business near to customers. So that is why you have the grocery shops, the retail shops as near to the locality as possible, so that people don't have to travel long distances to get their things. They can easily go to the nearby grocery shops and get their daily requirements. Then to create a business opportunity for an independent individual, a person who is having individual outlook. Okay, there are many people who don't want to work under others. There are many people who want to do a business of their own. So these type of people, they are having independent mentality. So sole proprietorship business is very suitable for them. They are not under anybody. Whatever decisions are to be taken, that is taken by them, and they can do business on their own scale. Now many of the successful businesses that we see today, they were one day sole proprietorship businesses only, and they were started by these type of people who thought that they will never work under anybody, and they wanted to do something of their own. Okay, then to provide ancillary service to big firms. Sometimes there is a big business organization and they require certain byproducts, certain spare parts from other small business organizations, and these sole proprietorship businesses produce these your spare parts or other requirements of these big business organizations and supply it to them. For example, if you take the case of Maruti Suzuki company. Now Maruti Suzuki company, the main objective is to produce cars, four-wheelers. Now there are many parts in a car which they do not produce, but they buy it from others. For example, the ACs that they fit, for example the tires that they fit, all these things they buy from some others. So in sole proprietorship, businesses can be set up to supply these small things to these big business firms. Now we come to suitability of sole proprietorship business. That means in what type of business sole proprietorship business form of business organization can be used. That is the meaning of suitability. That means it is suitable for what type of businesses. Number one, low amount of capital. A business which requires less amount of capital. For that type of business, we can start a sole proprietorship business. A sole proprietorship business cannot be started for any type of business which requires a lot of capital or big capital, a huge amount of capital. So, the establishment of a small business on sole proprietorship requires small amount of capital, and therefore whichever businesses requires less amount of capital, it is more suitable for that. Then direct services. As just now we talked about certain services like the services of a beauty parlor. Similarly, we have services of like doctors. We have services of interior designers. We have services of your lawyers. These are direct services, and people, professionals, they give direct services to the consumers. Now, these type of businesses require for these type of businesses, sole proprietorship business can be a form of business can be set up, because it requires direct services, and the professional who is providing the services is directly going to the client or the customer and he is rendering the services. Then we have speculative activities. What are speculative activities? Activities whose outcome is unknown are known as speculative activities. Or what will happen if a particular decision is taken? If that is not known beforehand, then that type of activity is known as a speculative activity. For example, buying a lottery ticket is a speculative activity because we do not know whether we are going to win or not. Similarly, gambling is a speculative activity because you may win, you may lose. So, these activities require quick decisions and intuitive judgments. So, on account of these factors, like for example, brokers, people dealing in the stock exchange, share market, they are mainly sole proprietorship businesses because one person has to take the decisions, and he has to take the decisions instantly, and he has to take decisions on his own intuition. So therefore, these type of businesses are more suitable if it is of a sole proprietorship form. Now, how to expand a sole proprietorship business? You can expand it in two ways. Either you take a partner. Now, if you take a partner, then the business organization will become a partnership form of business organization. Like in the last video I told you that where two or more people are coming together to do business, that type of business is known as a partnership business. Or it can be expanded by engaging an assistant. So when we take a partner, what happens is that more capital can be acquired because the partner will also bring capital. Then more effective management can be done because now previously one person was taking all the decisions and he was the only person who was managing the entire business. Now two or more people are coming together and therefore two or more brains are working together, so it may lead to more effective management. Then the risk is shared by two or more people. Previously the risk was borne only by the sole proprietor, so therefore the risk sharing is also there. Where two or more people are there, then the risk is borne by both of them. Then economy of cost. Now, what do you mean by economy of cost? That means the expenses are not very high. When you are taking a partner need not be paid a salary, but the partner will do work because he has a share of the profits. So therefore, if you take an assistant, you have to pay him salary, we have to pay him wages. But if you take a partner, you don't have to pay salary to him. But there are certain demerits also. For example, the profit will now be divided among both the part people. Then decisions can be delayed also, because now you have to consult your partner also to take a decision. Then sharing of the secrets. Now previously only one person knew all the secrets, now it has to be shared with your partner also. Then reduced control. Now control was in the hands of one person previously, now it is in the hands of two or more people. So therefore the control of one person is reduced. Now how to take or you can take an assistant. Now the only formality for taking an assistant is you have to hire an assistant and he will help you in doing the work, and you have to pay him a fixed amount of salary on monthly basis or weekly basis or whatever basis it is, and you need not ask him to take part in the decision making process. So decisions are taken by the sole proprietor only. Risk is also taken by the sole proprietor. Only thing is he delegates a part of his work to his assistant, and the assistant does that work. Okay, so either you can take a partner to expand your sole proprietorship business, or you can engage an assistant to expand your business. Okay, so in the next your video we will be looking at the merits and the demerits of sole proprietorship business.